Dear Diary, today had a lot of up and downs. I started off with a volume of the romance manga series I've gotten into. Finishing a whole volume makes me get to school at 7:50, so I'm just going to convince myself that's not late. I was talking to Yuko when I saw that blue-haired girl that doesn't like books standing by herself. Yuko found out her name. It's Kiro Sonoko. I went to talk to her, but she ran off. Back to Yuko, I told her again what Ayasada did and she took it in. Again I tried to suggest books to Kiro with Yuko to back me up, but then she started shoving me. I told her I was just trying to help, but she wouldn't listen. Eventually I just ran to the gym, but Kiro was in there before I was. I saw Takafumi and went to talk to her, but Kiro went to her before I could. I decided I would talk to a girl with mint green hair. Her name is Iwao Ichi. She likes music, and later I found out she likes video games. After Japanese class I found out Yuko really did care about what Ayasada did to me, because when Ayasada tried to talk to her, Yuko shoved her, but Ayasada still had the audacity to try steal from Yuko and ask her for rent money, which I told her I didn't have any for her and to not steal from people just because she's in a bad place. Yuko was really proud of me for that, but when I was getting to the next class, Kiro pushed me into the wall in the stairwell. I don't actually get what I've done wrong. Maybe she doesn't want to hear about books, but she's at the school. It feels much better to be convinced by a peer than by a teacher. Weird girl at Sumikai Hoshiko came over and started talking to me about video games, but she eventually moved on to the weird rumors, so I went to talk to Takafumi and caught the attention of someone else. I forgot to get her name, but I spent the break talking to her and Iwao. After gym I talked with Iwao more. She said she liked spending time with me, which was really nice. Of course, after school I had to go back to the shop. I know I couldn't have gotten enough for the week, especially because of the budget I'm now on, but it should be enough for at most 3 days. I've already done a drawing and it's quite late, but I got a message from someone asking me to write an essay on a game developer for money, so as soon as that's done I'll sleep. Dear Diary, I was so tired after yesterday I forgot to write. I spent a lot of time talking to people and I even stood up to Ayasada. I'm feeling a lot more confident, but anyway, I started off with a volume of manga, then headed to school. I tried to talk to Kiro and it actually kind of worked, but when she ran away I went and talked to Juzo. I wandered into the bathroom where I think half the class was, and started talking to Iwao and the girl with rainbow hair called Hirakumi Haru about video games until the bell went for math. I was going to try talk to Kiro about books, but as I was walking Ayasada shoved me and called me stupid, but I insulted her back. She started to talk to Park about how apparently bad music is. I jumped in and recommended some really amazing music, but they just brushed me off. So I decided to see if I could get what happened with Yuko to happen again, and I told Juzo how I don't like Ayasada. She nodded but didn't say much, so I went and complained about Ayasada to Yuko and the girl she was with. I wanted to talk with Iwao and Juzo, but Masatake came over and caused a big scene. I couldn't properly have a conversation with anyone, so I streaked. That was until I saw Ayasada begging Iwao for money. I told Yowo that Ayasada likes to steal and Iwao shoved her. After Japanese I talked with Juzo, Iwao and Yuko. Juzo randomly brought up corn, but we got back to talking about music and video games. Close to the end Muranobu Nerub joined us. I think I've talked to her a bit. After school I of course had to buy more food. Hopefully I got enough for another 3 days. I just finished 2 commissions and now I'm going to have a shower before going to sleep. Dear Diary, today was a public holiday, so I did a few commissions. Then I invited Yuko over. She taught me more stretches for my back pain. We played a game. Then she set up a streaming account for me before she went home, so I tried streaming and it was really nice. I played more games between doing another commission. I just had a shower and I'm going to read some manga before bed. Good night. Dear Diary, I started the day with a romance manga. When I got to school Yuko seemed different today. Just prettier, I guess. I talked to her and Juzo, who's told me to call her Kuni since we're close. Then Muranobu came over and everyone started talking about how much they don't like Ikebana. Muranobu left as soon as she came and Kuni got into a fight with Kiro. Yuko stopped them from physically fighting for a while but eventually grabbed my arm and took me into the school. We talked about video games, novels and music until it was time for class. Afterwards everyone was crowded around the door. I was trying to get to Takafumi but Kiro shoved me away, which I guess could have been nice with the right intention. Eventually Takafumi got out and we talked in the hallway. She watched the stream I did yesterday and said I did well. During break I talked to Yukinaju Kishi, who told me instantly to just call her Kishi. I wanted to include Takafumi in our conversation about music, but she wouldn't come closer, which made it Sumikai join in. Even though she doesn't like music, we were eventually interrupted by Masatake coming over and picking a fight. I tried to just talk to Takafumi, but I saw Ayasada picking a fight with Yuko, who was teary-eyed. With me on Yuko's side, she got enough confidence to punch Ayasada in the stomach and push her away. I was and still am so proud of her. After math I talked to Kishi a bit before I overheard Tsuruki Lum talking badly about Ikebana. I don't want to be mean and I didn't say this to her, but I wouldn't be surprised if she got bullied, you know. Some people just have that look about them, and with her name, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. When I got home I streamed a game and got 14 yen. It's not a lot, but I didn't think I could make money. Then I did a commission, played a game, and just before writing this I read a romance manga. Dear Diary, last night I had a dream about an old classmate. I think they've been in my dream before, but I still can't put a name to their face. Anyway, today I did a commission which I've been getting offered more and more money for. I live streamed, played some games, then Kuni came over and we read manga together, a romance and a pretty gruesome horror. Then she watched me play a game, but when I told her I probably couldn't teach her how to play, she left. I stretched out my back after all the sitting, then I streamed again and got more money. I'm going to play another round before going to sleep. Dear Diary, my 3 days of food is up and I went out and brought more. I even went to the real grocery store this time because I've been feeling super confident. For the first time in like forever. The walk was hard though, so I had to do more stretches. Maybe I should see a doctor. I did a commission, then I streamed. People were asking me if I had a boyfriend, which got me thinking about Yuko. She's just so nice. I played some more games and now it's midnight, so I've really got to sleep. It happened again. I had another dream about the classmate. They've got black hair, that's all I remember. I can't even tell if it's a boy or girl. I'll read my manga now and write in after school. Okay, it's nearly midnight, but I think I'm finally calm enough to talk about my day. Getting to school I went and talked to Yuko, then I overheard Muranobu and Masatake talking badly about the things I like. I was arguing with them when Kuni came over, wrapped her arm around my waist and kissed me. I was shocked and still kind of am, so I went home and laid in my bed for a while. I don't know how to feel about it, mainly because I don't know what went through her mind. I feel uncomfortable thinking about her. I wouldn't be if she asked and I had the chance to say no, or maybe I would have said yes. A little kiss on the cheek would probably have been fine. I hope she didn't become friends with me just to kiss me or date me. Maybe her letting me be on first name basis with her and her bringing up kind of weird topics was just a lead up to this. Maybe not. She doesn't seem like that type of person. But anyway, after an hour I went back to school with my hair let out. I know it doesn't disguise me because I'm the only girl at school with white hair, but I had some explanation at the time. When I got there, Kuni was waiting at the gate. I hid and waited for her to walk to the doors before I snuck around the side to the school counselor's office. But the counselor wasn't in there. No one was, and I found a bottle of seishu. It wasn't right, but I drank it before going to class. I'm pretty sure it's out of my system now. During break I went over to Yuko and started talking to her, and Muranobu inserted herself into our conversation. While we were talking I saw Park try and kiss at Sumikai. Then Kuni tried to talk to me, so I ran off to a quiet area and ate the sandwich I stole when I got the seishu. It was crunchy and weird, but I ate it. Once I was pretty sure Kuni hadn't followed me, I left, only to find Nero, who brought up Park trying to kiss at Sumikai. Then I tried to explain to her why she's completely wrong about Ikebana and manga, and I was just about to make an insult out of her last name when the bell went. On my way to the gym I say Kuni gets shoved and I didn't do anything. I'm still not sure why with my newfound confidence. It would have to do with the alcohol. After gym class was when it got worse. Firstly I turned around to Ayasada and sarcastically congratulated her on not stealing from me. Then I went to talk to Kishi and Takafumi about music, and some others joined in. While we were talking, Kuni was whispering about how much she likes me too. Yuko. Then everything got loud and stressful, but I still heard Kuni say I'm cool and Kishi reply, yeah, I have a crush on her. I ran off to class to just get the day over with. It's fine that Kishi has a crush on me, but it just stresses me out. I left as soon as I could and spent around 7 hours drawing and streaming, and now we're here. Honestly, writing this has been really helpful. Good night, diary.
I can't let her do this to me. She's not going to just swoop in, pretend to be all shy, then turn everyone against me. I need to put her in her place, or maybe, in mine. I just need some people on my side.
How was that? Did it serve you well? I thought that this would be very boring, especially with the missing day up until the end. My own work surprises me. It's good that Kimmy's chosen a crush though, because she had 5 love stats building even though she's monogamous. The next video will be the gender and sexuality video. See you then. Stay safe, stay happy, please subscribe and goodbye.